Newton's 3 laws of motion. So let us get right into it. So let's start with the first law, which is the law of inertia. It states that an object that is not in motion will stay stopped unless acted upon by an external force, meaning that something actually moves it. And an object in motion will stay in motion unless an external force acts upon it and stops it or slows it down. So let's look at these minecarts over here. So essentially, I have one minecart here, which is empty. If I push this minecart, as you can see here, it will keep moving across the tracks. It is an object that is in motion. And as it goes in motion, it will continue to do so until it begins to slow down due to friction and air resistance and gravity. But realistically speaking, which of course we can't really eliminate gravity all of a sudden, but if there wasn't gravity, no friction, no air resistance, then theoretically this minecart would keep going forever, because an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Now if I hadn't even moved this minecart, then it would stay here all day. And as much as I'd love to always, of course, demonstrate, I don't know if we could really want to be here for the rest of our lives watching it, because it just simply will never move. On to the second law of motion. So, this one is about force. It says that the force you need to move something depends on its mass and how fast you want it to go. So there's an equation for this. Force equals mass times acceleration. So let's just figure out what that means by looking at these two minecarts I have. So first, I have a minecart that is empty, and I have a minecart that has a chest in it. So it's heavier, it has more mass. So if I were to push the empty minecart, it accelerates very quickly. However, when I try to move the other one, the one that has more mass and is heavier, when I try to move that, it's actually harder to move and it doesn't accelerate as fast. It needs more force for me to get it moving, so I have to push it more than I have to push the lighter one to get it moving as fast as the other one. And so, finally, Newton's third law of motion. This one's probably my favorite. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. When you bounce a ball, for example, the reason it bounces back is because of the force that you put in is the force that's being exerted back upon it. So the harder you push a ball against the floor, it's going to bounce back higher because you put more force. And again, the force that you put in is the same as the force that it comes out, because for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So that is all. So let's recap. So the first law of motion says that things stay how they are unless something changes them. The second law says that heavier objects with more mass, need more force to be moved. And the third and final law states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.